Hello! Welcome to Lakewood Next Daily Devotions, and I'm Mallory, and I get to read to you from Matthew 8, 1 through 4. When Jesus came down from the mountain, a great crowd followed him. And behold, a leper came to him and knelt before him, saying, Lord, if you will, can you make me clean? Jesus stretched out his hand and touched him, saying, I will, be clean. And immediately his leprosy was cleansed. And Jesus said to him, See that you say nothing to anyone, but go and show yourself to the priest and offer a gift that Moses commands for a proof that you are clean. There are three things that stand out in this passage. The first is the man's faith. The leper comes to Jesus full of faith, believing that Jesus could heal him. He doesn't ask, can you heal me? He asks, will you heal me? I think that shows great faith, his sincere faith. And I truly believe that he would have believed even if Jesus had told him no. The second thing that I notice is Jesus' compassion. He sees this man, and not only is he willing to heal him, he reaches out and he touches him. This is significant because the man had leprosy. And according to the law, you were not supposed to touch anyone who was unclean. Yet, Jesus had compassion. He cared for this man. He was willing to touch him as well as heal him. The third thing that I notice is actually something kind of funny, because at the beginning we read that there was a great crowd. So there is a lot of people around when Jesus heals this man. And yet, at the end, he says, see that you do not say anything to anyone. Why, when there are so many people around, would Jesus ask him not to say anything? That sounds a little bizarre, doesn't it? I have some ideas as to why maybe Jesus asked him not to say anything. While we really won't know until we get to heaven, here are some educated guesses. One, it could be that Jesus was trying not to cause any scene prematurely with the religious leaders and the keepers of the law. He wanted to make sure that maybe the word didn't get around too quickly to stir up any anger or resentment against Jesus before the time was to come. Or maybe it was to give the man enough time to go before the priest and to present himself and to offer a sacrifice so that he can be cleansed according to the law. Maybe it was to avoid a misunderstanding. Jesus, while he came to heal, his first mission was to seek and save the lost. He wanted others to have faith in him, and if people sought him out only for his signs and wonders, they might miss the deeper call to faith and to repentance. I honestly think it's a good mixture of all of the above. That Jesus didn't want to speed things up too fast. He wanted to be submissive to God's timing, which means he wanted to make sure that it was all in his timing and not anyone else's. But he also wanted to make sure that the man followed the law and was submissive to the law. Jesus also was about bringing this about faith and repentance, and wanted to make sure that he cares for our physical needs as well as our spiritual needs. So while it seems funny that Jesus asked the crowd to be quiet and not to tell others about this huge miracle, I think it also points us to a bigger picture, that Jesus was not about his plan, but about God's plan. And God's plan always includes compassion, even when it may be at the expense of his timing. Can I challenge you today? Can I challenge you to seek Jesus in humility, to approach him in full faith? Will you ask him to help you to trust him? Remember, While all things Jesus does is for our good, it is who he is that truly